Arigato gozaimasu.
Arigato gozaimasu.
You ready, big brother?
Ready.
78.6 FM Yomaton, positive vibes of Winsome. Hey, you already know what my favorite part of the month is when my big brother, Mr. G,
Hey.
Mr. Scott Garrick comes in. And today, him and Miss G, my big sis, are here. So, hey, you're gonna see a lot of extra smiles on me today. Like last week, I was talking about him coming. That's how excited I get. Hey, today, Mr. G, what are we talking about?
Hey, we are going to start with why.
Let's go.
Yes, Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why.
Nice. So if you guys haven't listened to, we did this before, and we wanted to bring it back because it's so important.
Yeah, there's so much meat in there. It
Man.
just is amazing how much he is insightful about everything that he has in the book.
Yes.
So.
Mr. G did a great job wrapping it up. I asked him to come back and do it again because there's folks who are just now listening in. We got new folks who we're sending these messages to, and we want to make sure that you understand the importance of starting with why.
Yes.
I threw the thumb ball at my big sis today. We started us off just a little practice. See, my arm was still there. And big sis, how'd I do? Did I get it over there to you?
Yes, you did.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, today is the Getting to Know You ball from thumball.com. So me and Mr. G going to toss this back and forth. And if I drop it, don't talk. I don't got my football hands anymore, right? So I'm going to toss it to Mr. G. Mr. G, you ready?
Yes, indeed. Here we go.
All right, here we go. What you got, big brother?
A sound that you love.
Ooh, what's a sound you love?
Oh, my goodness. A sound that I love. The sound of the waves.
Let's go.
in
Hey,
the
big sis in the
shore.
back's like, dude, you know this one.
You know this one. You got this one.
Let's go.
It's very, very comforting for me. And
Nice.
very therapeutic. So
Yes.
just laying on the beach,
Yes.
hearing that shore sound come up, it's just very, very.
When it crashes against the rocks.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So,
All right.
Mrs. G, the sound that he loves is the sound of waves.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I love that. Same thing.
Yeah.
So Mrs. G knows before every show, when the weather allows, I go out to the lighthouse and I sit there for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and just listen. It just says reset. I told him Wednesday, I think. I needed to reset today.
Yeah.
So much going on. We'll talk about it in a second. All right, Mr. G.
Now,
Let me see.
See if you can catch this
I
one
know.
because you did your PT test. You're awfully
You
tired.
see my arms are still
Here
there?
we go.
All right, let's get it. Bam. Mr. G with the big toss.
There it is.
And I got, you can be invisible for a day. What would you do? Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
I think I listen in to some conversations just because I'm nosy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know what's going on behind some closed doors.
That's
I
right.
wouldn't do nothing weird. I wouldn't be in anyone's shower room or nothing. But I listen in to conversations. I'm curious sometimes because you know what they say. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
That's true.
And so some of those conversations, just from curiosity, I'd be like, I wonder what they've always talked about on Wednesdays. So that would probably be it. Nothing crazy. I wouldn't want to do anything wild. That's about it. All right, Mr. G.
There we go.
Back
Here
to
we
you.
go. Back to me.
Woo! I still got it.
There it is.
And y'all seen, he caught it one hand and he had his eyes closed. He still got it, y'all. He got it.
Bring it in, dude. Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Something you did that got you in trouble.
Uh-oh.
And how much time do we have on the show?
Well, I know. And Big Sis is in the room. She's like, you already know. I love that. She already knows these answers.
That's for sure. That is for sure. She can feed me another one here. Oh, my goodness. Something that got me in trouble. Oh, my goodness. It's been so long since I've done anything bad. I don't know.
Such a good guy. Y'all know Mr. G is a good guy, man.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. I can't. Honestly, I can't really think of anything right off the bat. So
that's fair. We'll come back.
It'll come back.
Want to toss it back up?
It'll
Want
come back.
to toss it back up? All right, here we go. Come back to you.
Here we go.
All right, so round two still.
Your claim to fame.
Up, throw it back
Here
up.
we
We
go.
got that one. If y'all weren't listening in, we've already
You
answered
already
that.
got that one.
Yep. Here you go. Here we go.
And here we go. What do you love or hate about travel?
Let's go.
Okay, now that one
Here we go.
That one I can answer. If I'm not flying,
Yeah.
if I'm not up in the front of the cockpit,
Yeah.
I just feel like, what's the purpose?
There it is.
It's just like, what do you love or hate about travel? Okay,
Yeah.
so I hate the fact that I'm not up in the front.
Okay.
I love the fact that when I get to where I'm going,
Yeah.
I'm there and it's fast.
And if y'all if you don't remember, Mr. G used to be in the cockpit.
That's
How many
right.
years were you flying, big brother?
21 years. 15 years in the cockpit.
Nice.
And then 21 years in the military.
So He loves when he gets to the destination he's going, but he hates not being in the cockpit.
That's right.
I love that, big
Exactly.
brother. All right, let's go.
Here we go.
I hope it don't ask me about getting in trouble because I got it. What makes you happy despite any mood? You had this one too, big sis, right? I should have thought about it when you got it. I was like, what makes me happy despite any mood? My kids.
Yeah.
That's always cheap with that answer, right? My little ones.
For sure.
I could be in the worst mood ever. Say work upsets me. Not that it does, because my work is, I love what we do. But something happens, someone gets under my skin. If my kids pop up on the iPad or if I'm around in their presence, it's just, I don't care. Number 2, I'm a cheat. Scooby, that little rat. My dog thinks he's human.
The dog, yeah.
My dog thinks he's human. So when he comes running, I can have a long day. But that unconditional love that he shows.
Sure.
Man, there's nothing like that.
That's for
so
sure.
Scooby, no matter what mood I'm in, he makes me happy. And the little ones, no matter what mood I'm in, they make me happy. All right, round 3.
Round 3, here
Round
we go.
3, we got to start it off right. Let's go. What you got, big brother?
Someone you'd like to dine or meet with.
Huh.
So this one.
Don't get him stabbed.
This
Oh, hold
one's
on,
a really
Stumball.
You already know that one. So it should be her, of course. I mean, that's my first answer.
Yes, good answer.
Keeps me out of the doghouse. See,
He was about to answer
that other one. Things that get me in trouble.
The answers.
Yes. So for me, I think it would be fascinating if I were able to spend time and be with Benjamin Franklin. And the reason why is because that man, he is just amazing. It's insightful, and he's an inventor.
Wow.
The guy was just a phenomenal statesman as well, and he thought beyond in order to help. When this country was just beginning and starting out, he was thinking the whole way. About how this country was going to be formed. How it should run, all that kind of stuff. And him and the collaboration of the other founding fathers was just, I think it would just be neat, Wow. Plus, in Philadelphia, they got this one statue of him in a toga. Yeah. And each of the guides that go by and says, this man knows how to party.
That's him. That's him. Benjamin Franklin. I didn't think, okay, I can see that.
Benjamin Franklin.
I can see that. So. Mr. G with those answers you don't expect. I learn something new every week, I'm telling y'all.
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's go, big brother.
Here we go.
Round 3.
Here it is.
And it says, if you could have a room full of any one thing.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm still human, so a room full of money would be
amazing.
Money
would be good. That would definitely be good.
A room full of people I cared about.
Now you're talking.
That's always fun.
Now you're talking.
A room full of any one thing, people I cared about, spend that time. And we'll talk about connections as well, right?
Definitely.
So, that's awesome. You want to do one more round?
Sure.
Let's go. Last round,
Absolutely.
everybody. Last round.
Here we go.
And he got it. He still got it.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Favorite way to spend a free afternoon? Oh, my goodness.
Let's go.
Well, I tell you what. For me, I like reading books.
Okay.
And so if I have a
Fair
free
enough.
afternoon, I'm gonna get into a good book. One of these
Nice.
is always a good thing.
Nice.
But something that's gonna that I'm just gonna fall into and relax and
that.
block out the rest of the day. So
A good book.
a good book.
Let's go.
That's Mac.
All right, big
Here
brother.
we go.
Last round. Bam. And I got a turning point in your life.
Ooh. Wow.
All
so
the
many.
events, man, all the events. But I think all the events leading to me going overseas finally.
Right.
So when I got overseas in 2016, 17-ish, I think that was a turning point.
Oh, okay.
Because if you know my story, you know that when I got on the ground that day and landed, all I had to my name was $58 in my pocket and whatever was in my bag.
Oh, my goodness.
And I had to go from there.
Wow.
So that's the turning point of my life.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Hey, thumball.com. Thank you to the team at thumball.com and trainerswarehouse.com. I'll be coming back to the U.S. soon and be bringing this to whatever audience is in front of us. I'm gonna have to hide him in my suitcase so we can hype up the crowd.
No doubt. That ball is so incredible. If you got a party that you're hosting or something like that, you want a good icebreaker, You get one of these balls, and I tell you what, it is fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thumball.com, trainerswarehouse.com. Thank you for trusting us, man. And I'll see y'all soon. I'm going to throw this to somebody from the crew, so we'll see you soon. Mr. G.
Yes.
Hey, we open it up.
Yes, indeed.
What are we talking about? Big brother, teach us.
All right. Well,
Let's go.
we're talking about why.
Okay.
You know, it is really the driver of everything that we do.
Right.
You know, why do we get up out of bed in the morning? You know, we're going to a job,
right,
and you're just earning money, or you know, at Target we used to call it 8 and skate. You know,
Eight and
if
skate.
you did your 8 and skate,
right,
then you're really just kind of going along, and you don't have a reason why. You don't have a purpose,
right.
You know, and to have that why is so important, especially for us leaders.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because leadership, you know, what is the essence of leadership? You know, we talked about this.
The essence of leadership is to be able to empower others to be the best versions of themselves.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. To influence.
Yes, sir.
And get people to do the things that inspire them.
That's right.
You know, and so that's essentially what Simon's talking about in his book. And so when you lead somebody, you can see this from all different kinds of angles.
Yeah.
Being the leader, you want to inspire somebody to do something,
right,
rather than to manipulate them.
That's right.
Okay, manipulation, that's that falseness, that's that insincerity.
I think we got a call. Somebody.
We do have a call.
I'm gonna let the desk get that one.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, big brother.
But if we inspire them,
right?
You know, we had a term in Target. As a leader,
mm-hmm.
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get commitment from somebody? Or are you trying to inspire them to be loyal? Or excuse me, I messed that up.
Okay.
Are you trying to inspire commitment?
Okay.
Or are you just gaining compliance?
That's the word right there.
Compliance.
Right? Compliance.
I'm just doing the minimum that I need to do in order to not get fired.
Right. So I can do my 8 and skate.
8 skate. That's exactly
yes.
right. But if you inspire somebody, they will be committed. They will be loyal. Mm-hmm. They're going to go above and beyond without you having to ask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what leaders try to do. And so when you have a manipulation that just simply leads to a transaction, I'm going to give you my 8.
Yep.
You're going to give me my money.
Right.
And that's a transaction.
And for the 1st and the 15th, I'm gone.
That's it.
Yep.
Whereas inspiration leads to loyalty. You know, it's you're going to be in that store. Whether you're working or not working,
right.
You're going to go there and you're going to tell other people about it. Yep. And you're going to be loyal to the store. You're not going to badmouth them or anything.
Right.
You know? So that's what it is. So that's really what happens if you don't start with why. You're going to get compliance. You're not going to get the commitment. Okay. So the book goes on then to talk about the why. Yep. And it talks about this thing called the golden circle.
Okay.
The golden circle are 3 concentric circles. Mm-hmm. The outer circle is what.
Yep.
The inner circle is how. Mm-hmm. And then finally, the very middle is why.
There it is.
Okay. It's exactly it. So what I want to do is I want to read you a little excerpt, a couple excerpts from this book that will help explain the whole reason why. And I know that we're running short on this, but the very first part is Apple was making a computer.
Yeah, it was.
And if Apple said to you, we make great computers.
Right.
They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly.
Right.
Do you want to buy one? Doesn't really make it that sound. But if we do it this way and we say, everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. Mm-hmm. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. And we happen to make great computers.
I love that.
Want to buy one?
I love that. You see the little twist, the little flip?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said earlier, you're not trying to manipulate anybody. You're just trying to motivate and influence them by using words that are showing them what you are, the how you do it, and why.
And why. Start with why.
Let's go. Hey, guys, 78.6 FM. That's just a sample of what we're going to get. Y'all see the mic melting over here to my left, right? He's about to spit some more education on his Star Wars wire after this break. See you in a minute.
Big brother. Yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna get. I didn't know if I was gonna get it in right before it, so that was good. Yeah, it leaves him on a good cliffhanger. Yep.
Where's he gonna go?
Where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna go? What's he gonna do? So I like it. Yeah, this will be good. This will be good. Yeah, I wanted to bring in what that I needed to get that compliance versus commitment done.
I saw that. Yeah.
I needed to get that right because there's so many people, so many leaders that only inspire people to, or only get people to be compliant because they can't inspire. They don't know a why. If you know your why, you're going to be able to inspire somebody. So
there's a lot of people that don't know why they can't inspire.
Mm-hmm.
That inner looking at yourself, what are you not doing for your people that they need from you?
That's right.
To be motivated?
That's right. That's
Yes.
exactly right.
Game time.
Game time. So.
I'm going to collapse tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
So it was hard. It was hot out there. If you were outside.
We got all 3 segments too, by the way. So
Okay, good.
go right.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
78.6 FM, Yoma time. We're talking about Start With Why with my big brother, Mr. Scott Garricky. We just left off, and during the break, I reminded myself and my big brother, I took a PT test this morning. So we're talking about starting with why. Why did I get up today?
There you go.
And go to that PT test? The great thing about it was I pushed myself.
Yep.
And it's kind of what we were talking about in this book, that motivation, right? Or should I say well, I'll tell you the story. The movement goes doop, doop, and starts speeding up, doop, doop. So I get to 44. My goal was 48, by the way. I get to 44 and I'm beat. And if you don't know it's called the hammer run, and it's like suicides from basketball practice,
Right.
where you're doing sprints.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it only counts 1 when you go back and forth, 1. So I remember 44, and I'm beat, right? I'm just gonna see whatever happens. But it was that voice, and it was the tester, and a friend of mine who actually took time out to come out and do the official test for us. And he said, "Hey man, you got this." Now this dude's just solid, stacked, muscular, right? So you look at him like, the fitness guy says I got this. I must got it. So it was just something in my brain that was like, keep going.
Keep going.
I needed that influence. I needed that push. I needed somebody to say something positive at that moment, at that time, because that was right when I was thinking of letting up.
Letting up.
So, hey, starting with why.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I fight through that? Not just because of what I heard him say, but because of what was inside of me that wanted to push through.
Exactly.
Mr. G.
And knowing your why is applicable to so many different things. You can apply it to anything.
Right.
Even doing your laundry, for instance.
That's right. Why am I smelling clean?
Exactly. Exactly.
I like to hug people.
Exactly.
Yes.
So here's exactly right. You have to know your why, and your why is your belief. Okay.
Gotcha.
It is what you believe. I believe that I need to have clean clothes in order to get close to somebody, so they don't get turned away.
Right.
So you have to know your why, and that's your beliefs. Okay. And you have to know what it is, because if you don't know what you're doing and you're clear about it,
right,
then nobody else is going to either.
Facts.
As a leader, you have to explain the why, and you have to do it clearly. So it's clearly understood. Okay. So always remember that people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it.
Facts.
Okay. So once you know your why, then you go to the how. The inner circle is the most important. The how is the next. Okay. The how are the actions that you take to realize your why. Okay. Those are those actions that take that really put the meat to the ideas into motion. Okay.
Gotcha.
So if you have a particular idea, you need to know what it is it's going to take. What is it going to take? Is it going to take materials? Is it going to take time? Is it going to take talent? You need to be able to take that idea and conceptualize it and put it into an operational.
Well, we talking, we say reverse engineer it.
Exactly.
Got you.
Exactly.
Got
You reverse engineer it so you have all the requirements that you need in order to realize your why.
Got you.
Okay, so those are the hows, and they are built on your values and your principles. Okay, you're not going to cheat the system,
right?
You know, you're going to do it solid, you know, and you're going to be quality, and that's what it is. Now, the what is the result of all of that. Your big why, and that's your belief. Right. Your how, which are your values and principles, the actions taken to realize your why, and the what is simply the rest of it. Okay. Okay. So that's what his idea about the golden circle is.
So let me put this into context and make sure I'm getting this right. Right. So say I want to create a bike shop because I like riding bikes and I like watching other people ride bikes. So my why is because I like riding bikes and other people. Okay. My how is reverse engineering what it's going to take to open up the shop, right?
Right.
And my what is what actual am I selling inside? There it is. With
See,
the bikes.
You got it.
Let's go.
You got it.
I like how you said it earlier, and just so it can apply to anything.
Anything.
What is your why?
Yes.
So, we're not just talking about business. We're talking about how you apply your why to your life.
Exactly.
All right, big brother.
Exactly.
I like
Exactly.
Let's
so
go.
let's talk. His next thing is talking about leaders. Yep. They need people to follow them.
Right.
Right. If you got nobody and you look over your shoulder and nobody there, you're
not in. We're going in.
We're going in. Wait.
Where's everybody?
Where is everybody? That's exactly right.
I'm going in.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Although I will put a caveat on that. John Maxwell does say that even if you're not a leader, you're still a leader because you know who you can lead? Yourself.
Lead yourself over that hill.
Lead yourself.
Let's go.
So, anyway, but we're talking about leaders in leadership positions.
Right.
Here, so you definitely need somebody. Now, here's something that I want to read through. Back in 1914, this guy by the name of Ernest Shackleton. Okay. He went on an expedition to the Antarctic.
Gotcha.
Okay. And he needed people to get on his boat. Okay. So let me read you what, if you focused on the what instead of the why, this might be how the advertisement for people would have sounded. Okay. Men needed for expedition. Minimum 5 years experience. Must know how to hoist a mainsail. Come work for a fantastic captain. Okay. That's a what.
Okay.
Now, when you turn that around and you make it sound you put that belief out there of the reason why, and that leader is out there saying, here's the reason why you want to do this. It would come out more like this. Men wanted for hazardous journey, small wages, bitter cold, long months of complete darkness, constant danger, safe return doubtful, honor and recognition in case of success.
Safe return doubtful.
Return doubtful.
I think I saw that ad on USA Jobs.
I think you did. Exactly. No, he inspired people because he got people that looked at that and said, that's an insurmountable project.
Yeah.
You know, it is well beyond anything that I could ever have thought of.
Right.
Let's go for it.
Hey, I'm going to try this.
Let's do it.
The dude's like, I ain't got nothing else going on, man.
Exactly.
I think that was the ad for the AMS job for Thule Greenland. That's where I saw that.
I think so. Morale officer
Some of us made it back. That was awesome.
Doubtful. Return was doubtful.
Nice. Yes, sir.
So at any rate, when you got people that are inspired to overcome these insurmountable odds, right, and so forth, you're guaranteed a success. In one shape or form or another, you're going to be guaranteed a success. And they won't be doing it for you necessarily. Right. They didn't all do it for Ernest Shackleton. Right. What did they do? They did it for themselves. They said, hey, can I actually do this? You know, I'm with these other guys. We're going to, take this on. And so they believed.
Part of that was the word I was looking for. So part of the whole mission as a leader and as someone who's trying to have those folks follow you and inspire others is trying to find what it takes to pull that out of them to make them believe in what you're actually trying to get them to do. Without belief,
Without belief,
you don't have nothing.
you don't got you can get off the starting block.
That's it.
You're not even getting out of the port.
Hey man, I don't know if I can do this. And so what is making that person say, I don't know if I can do this? And how do I get around that to actually encourage them and motivate? Man, yes, I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
That's what leaders do.
Yes, sir.
You know, good leaders, good mentors are going to push you beyond your limits of thinking.
Right.
They give you a different perspective. And when you can do that and gain commitment from somebody, boy, trust and loyalty are going to follow in right behind.
Let's go.
Right behind. So they
changing
trust
mindsets.
Yes, changing the mindset.
Yes, sir.
That's what happened when Ernest Shackleton got his crew.
I like that.
You know, so anyway, I thought it was a great story. This book is just so packed with stories.
And it doesn't look that big. It's a small book. It's a small read, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's not very, it's like 220 pages.
Start With Why is an amazing book.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked it out, it's not everything he talks about on YouTube. This is from Simon Sinek. Well, we're pulling these excerpts from this book because it is an amazing piece of literature. So if you haven't checked it out already, please start with why. There's so many others that follow. But I'm a huge fan. As you guys know, we're pushing for Simon in May. Working on that still.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, sir, go ahead. What you got?
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So he goes into that's the first half of the book. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So he's really laying the groundwork of the whole reason why, the how and the what, the golden circle. And how leadership really is all about influencing and making sure people clearly understand the why.
Got you.
Okay. Now what he does is he needs people to rally. Okay. How do you rally those people who believe you? Okay.
Got you.
So what he does is he talks about Bill Gates. Bill Gates, as if you ever seen him up on a stage, he's not very energetic.
Right.
He just kind of, talks and maybe moves his hands a little, but he is not out there doing a Tony Robinson thing,
Right. Right.
He is definitely not.
Tony Robbins motivates everybody back in the 90s. I remember, was it the 90s or early 2000s?
It was 90s.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't watch a channel with him on it without being like, I want to change my life.
Yes.
I remember those days.
You remember those? Well, that's a total opposite of what Bill Gates is. Nice. He is very understated and everything, but when he talks, people listen. People listen. Yeah. And it's amazing because why is it that people listen? The words that he talks about inspires people.
Got you.
When he talks about when he was building Apple computers and so forth, and he just basically said, I want Apple on everybody's desk.
Wow.
Everybody, I want Apple products everywhere. And he envisioned it, and it happened. Okay. Now what he's envisioning is a world without malaria. Okay. So he and his crews are they're, well, not his crews, but he's getting people to do the research in order to come up with a cure for malaria.
Wow.
So that thousands of people don't die every year from it. You know what I'm saying? But that's a vision. That's that whole idea out there of why do you want to do that? Because he believes in people. He loves people.
Nice.
And he doesn't want to see them suffer and die. And so when he has that why, everything else that follows is a result of that.
And he's the why is the focal point.
Yes.
I like that.
Absolutely. Saving people's lives.
Yeah.
What more noble cause is there than that? And then he just gets the why, the how of the people that know how to do those things. And then the what is hopefully a vaccination that comes along.
And you hear him on stage, right? He mentions the iPhone. Let's go back in time. iPhone 5. And it's going to do this and do this. And you got the lines backed up 2 buildings back, around the corner, around the whole neighborhood just for that item because of the way it was explained. Not the charisma behind it or the energy behind him saying it. Is what he actually spoke and said. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Vision. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Got 5 seconds.
Oh, 78 point. Oh, I got too excited. Didn't even catch that one. I got too into it.
I thought you were looking at the clock. I thought you were looking at the clock.
I didn't even catch that.
No, you were into it. I'm telling you.
One of these PT tests?
Remember, Bill Gates is Microsoft.
Oh, that's right. Microsoft, not Apple.
Yeah.
I did that last time.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get that on then. Yeah, we'll clarify. Thank you.
No, he did work a little bit with them, but
Yeah, I think he did.
it's more the Microsoft. He's more the Microsoft, and Steve Jobs was
Microsoft. That's right. That's right. Microsoft. That's right. We'll get that.
See what we got, big sis?
Mm-hmm.
Keep us out of trouble.
Keeping us straight.
I don't know about that, but
So that I you gave was like, What do you like to do on the weekends?
That's it. That's it exactly.
Game time.
Here we go.
.6 FM Youngstown. We got one clarification for you. Mr. G, what's the clarification on that, man?
You know, I don't know why I did this last time. I did it this time. I don't know why, but Bill Gates is in Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Yes, my lovely wife was the one that reminded me that it's Microsoft that was with Bill Gates.
Our
so.
bodyguard in the corner over here, protecting us from nonsense, right?
That's for sure.
Thank you so much, big sis, for the catch. So Microsoft, and of course, Bill Gates is the co-founder of Microsoft, along with his late childhood friend Paul Allen. All right, so Microsoft, we're talking about the Microsoft vision, Bill Gates, and how amazing just the way that he gets on stage. And it's not his presence necessarily, it's the way he speaks and uses those words to drive folks to be motivated to go buy the products and to believe his vision. All right, big brother.
Because he had charisma.
He had
charisma. He didn't have. He's not a high energy guy.
Right.
High energy excites people.
Right.
You know, you can get somebody hyped up with your energy. Woo. Yes, that's
go.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. If you've ever been to one of Winston's classes, you know, he is awesome.
Thank you, big brother.
He gets out there and he does this. It's an exercise, really.
Boom, boom, clap.
Boom, boom, clap.
Get him in the game.
That's right.
So my thing, and that's where I think sometimes people will get charisma confused.
Because he's very charismatic.
Right. And it's not the way he moves or how he energizes. It's the way his words flow.
Yes.
Is what makes it charismatic, which is that's awesome.
He's exactly right. It's exactly what you do in your class.
Thanks, big brother.
So
now y'all gonna watch. See, he said it. So now you.
That's exactly right.
That's awesome.
So let me tell you what he goes on to next. Simon says that one of the reasons why people they get so successful in doing things that's the real. You have to be watchful. You have to be careful. Okay, success. The biggest challenge with people is success. When you lose your what happens is you can lose your why. And here's a perfect example straight from the book. He talks about this guy by the name of Sam Walton.
Okay.
Sam Walton was the founder, and he built Walmart.
Nice.
Okay, he built it from a single store in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And he built it into a $44 billion annual company with over 40 million shoppers a week.
Wow.
40 million shoppers.
Can't go to any corner without seeing it.
No.
That's right.
Not at all.
In the U.S. In Japan, I have yet to see. Right. Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yes.
And the thing that he believed, his why, was that this company was meant to serve. It was meant to serve his employees. It was meant to serve his customers. It was meant to serve the communities surrounding that store.
Gotcha.
So he gave, and he took care of his employees. He took care of his customers because he gave them good products at a fair low price. And then he gave to the communities. He sponsored projects. He, it was just build buildings and hospitals and stuff like that. It was everywhere.
Nice.
And when he died, unfortunately, going back, he believed that if you did serve, then people will serve you.
There it is. What you put out there is what you get back.
What you put out is what you get back.
I love that. Yes,
That's
sir.
exactly right. So without that happening, what happened when he died, his vision did not get passed down clearly. Not at all. It became fuzzy.
Okay.
And that's what success can sometimes do. When you are very, very successful because you've gotten your why and you've clearly articulated it to the people, you can become very, very successful.
Yep.
But when you're no longer in the picture and you haven't clearly explained your why to that next generation or the next person, it's going to get fuzzy.
Wow.
And when fuzzy happens, what ends up happening is you're no longer inspiring people to do the stuff that you want them to do. You're then going to manipulate them to do.
Got to go to the other toolkit.
You got the other toolkit. You're going to manipulate, you know?
So with his story, and which I think is a beautiful story in itself to explain this, what it's saying is you also need to surround yourself with a team that you share a vision with.
Yes.
So, hey, guys, this is why we do this.
Yes.
And I need your buy-in.
That's
all
right.
Let's get it. This is what we're doing. Walmart is going to be about serving the people.
Serving the people.
Jim, you're my number 2. What's Walmart about? Serving the people. There we go,
There you
Jim.
go.
You're on the team. You're staying number 2. Number 3, it's about cheap product. Get the hell out of here. Get it. Right? So
Just go now.
surround yourself with a team that shares your vision. And if they don't initially, you have to figure out, which is part of this whole leadership thing,
Yep.
how to get your team to buy in to your vision.
That's right.
Yes. And
Yes.
then we are gone.
And then you have commitment. You
There it
don't have
is.
compliance.
There it is.
8 and skate.
8 and skate. You don't have the 8 and skates.
That's right.
We love what we do, and we do what we love.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So all that to say is that when you lose your why,
Yeah.
the what is all that's left.
Got you.
Okay. So what did Walmart have? They had cheap products.
Yeah.
That's what they became known as.
Yeah.
They weren't the people that served anymore. They were the cheap product place.
You need something? Hey, man, go to Walmart. It's
Go
cheaper
to
there.
Walmart. They're cheap.
That's it. Now go to that place that cares about people, man.
Exactly.
Walmart, they'll take care of you. Nah, they don't got that.
No, they don't got that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, so going back to your example about, and the last part of this book is about discovering your why.
Gotcha.
Okay. Going back to your example about having or building a bike store.
Yes.
Okay. Because you're inspired. Your belief is that if people ride bikes more often, they're going to be in better shape. They're going
Right.
to be less sick, and they're going to be able to go see the whole community. If we were here, you can see the island.
Man, it's a great place to ride bikes at.
Yes.
Too. Yes.
Exactly. That's your why.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're going to be passionate about it.
Right.
Okay. But passion can only go so far.
That's right.
You are, for the first year that you're here, you're going and going and going, and that's
Right.
great. But if you don't have some structure, it's going to fall apart.
Right.
It'll only be on your shoulders, and when you aren't able to do it anymore, your passion runs dry, it's going to fall apart.
Nobody's going to be there to pick you up.
Nope.
You don't share that passion with you.
Not at
That's
all.
it.
Not at all. So what Simon did, and he was thinking about this when he blew it in his first job that he had. It was because he wasn't inspired.
Got you.
He wasn't doing what he was inspired to do.
Nice.
What he believed his why was.
Right.
So what he thought of, and after lots of reflection, he basically said, I like to inspire people.
Nice.
And I like to do, he said he discovered that his why was to inspire people to do things that inspire them.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to inspire you to do things that inspires
That
you.
inspire you.
Let's go.
Inspire people to do the things that inspire them.
Nice.
And that way, together, he figures that if everybody is working together, just like that team,
Yep.
we're going to change the world.
That's it.
We're going to change the world, and we're going to do whatever. So it's one of those things where, as we talked about before with Walmart and some other, if you're very successful and you have that great why, but you don't clearly articulate it year after year after year so that people get that ingrained into them, then you're going to lose it. You're going to become fuzzy, and then it's just all a bunch of manipulation after that.
Gotcha. I have a story with start with why, and I don't think I've ever told you the football story. Mr. G knows football, so I know he'll like this. So there was a team of ragtag NCOs and airmen. It's about 6 of us. Lackland Air Force. No, I was at Randolph at the time.
Okay.
I moved to Lackland, and I met a guy who was as passionate about football as me. His name is Ivan Thomas. Never forget this. And one of my superintendents at the time said, hey, I need you to connect with Ivan. He loves football like you do. Now, I'm the guy that played football all throughout school. Did a year of college, was too small, getting beat up and my head knocked off in the field. Took a little break, and I came back and was playing flag football in the Air Force.
Sure.
The way the recruiter got me is he told me that football existed in the Air Force where we can pad up and all that. So I was like, let's go. No, it's flag football, right? So here we go. We set a team up, Mr. G, right? I'm like, hey, let's recruit the entire base. He didn't know that I was trying to compete throughout all of Texas. We're limiting ourselves to the local San Antonio League. I never shared that vision. So the first year we go out, we're just playing football, getting beat up by every team in the local league. So finally, at the end of the season, I'm like, I don't like the way that felt. I said, and I finally said it, I want to be able to compete throughout Texas. But if we're getting beat up here locally, we're never going to leave San Antonio.
That's right.
And everybody kind of looked at each other and they're like, we didn't know you were trying to compete. There's leagues outside of San Antonio? How well do we have to do?
Right.
And I had never thought, man, I've never told these guys. We've just been playing every week. So I said, this is what we have to do. So I broke it all the way down to how many games we had to win in the season, how we had to compete in tournaments, and how well we had to do in those tournaments in order to get invited to other leagues. I promise this. It was the craziest thing. We came back the next season. All of a sudden, we had matching jerseys. Everybody wanted to wear the same colors. All of a sudden, we're talking on the field better. What was this last year? All of a sudden, they're bringing their wives out. It's not just fun Saturday games anymore. Now it's an event. My wife's here. The wife's like, let's go, baby. It was the craziest event. So then we keep going. So that year, we make it to our first tournament, got beat up really bad. But you know what? We learned from it. We learned that what we're used to seeing in our local league is not necessarily what exists in these other leagues. So we started watching other teams play. We started traveling. We'd send 2 people other weekends. We took it serious. Notice I said we.
Yes.
So here we go. Move 1 year later, the base catchers notice that we're out here competing in San Antonio. Let us buy you new jerseys. Let us buy you new flags. You guys got Mitch Max flags. Let me buy you some new stuff. Dwayne Reed was here. I don't know if you knew Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne.
Dwayne was our manager, sports manager. So he bought us all new gear. We travel, and now we're winning tournaments that year.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're getting looked at by other leagues. They're like, hey, who's this Air Force team that's out here winning? Now when we come out of a huddle, we're going, break. You see?
That's awesome.
All of a sudden, we're together
Yes.
and flowing. We ended up going from being that ragtag group to a national championship competing team
There you go.
within a 3-year span.
Amazing.
Shout out to the Air Force Bravehawks. I know we were the Warhawks at one time and the Ramblers at a different time. But that taught me when you put your vision out there and everyone's listening and you grow on it together, you can do anything.
There you go.
But when you're by yourself and you're holding on to your own vision and you're not sharing it with a team, nobody knows where to put their energy.
Exactly.
They're like, dude, we don't even know. Why is he mad that we lost? Right? This is just for fun.
Yep.
So I love the point you make and start with why, because even in the business aspect or life aspect, when you start with why, you know where your finish line is, where your goal is, and you share that. Like I tell you all my goals.
Sure.
Because I know if I'm slipping, you'll be like, hey, Winston, what happened, right?
What's going on?
What's going on? Because I'm sharing that vision, and that's giving me power when there's a team helping me push to get to that goal, that finish line. So if you're not doing it, and you don't have someone, the mentor, the coach, the teammate that's pushing you to those goals, if you don't know what your why, your vision, your whole picture is yet, that's what you need to start doing. You got to create that so you can reverse engineer that. Start with your why. Why do you want to do what you want to do?
Yes.
What energizes you when you wake up in the morning? What gives you that boost? You said Simon realized I wasn't passionate about my job. I just wasn't feeling it. What gives you that energy? What gives you that boost? Find that. And if you haven't found it yet, that's your homework. Because we're going to talk about this again.
There you go.
78.6 FM Yomitan. Positive vibes of Winsome. Mr. G, Mama G. My mom's name Pops. I don't know what to call him yet. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Can I share that?
Sure.
New grandparents.
Yes, indeed.
I'm just going to call them Pops from now on. I love it. 78.6 FM. Positive vibes of Winsome. You are loved, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Back yourself. And after hearing this, fight for what you do. if you love it. And if you don't love it, do what you love. Find a way to mix that into your daily life. Do those things that you love that energize you, that charge you. Because with that energy, with that strength, there's nowhere you can't go.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you're going to do that's going to, like we said on the thumb ball, no matter what you're doing, you're still going to be happy doing it because you're doing what you're passionate and care about.
That's right.
We'll see you next week, Mr. G.
Yes.
Thanks, big brother.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Anytime.
I love this man. And that lady over there.
Yes,
See y'all
indeed.
next week. Take care.
Let's go. Awesome. Absolutely. I knew that we could flow that.
Hey, always. Congratulations, y'all.
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Oh yeah, that was nice. Thank you.
That worked out well.
Yes. You got one of these yet?
I haven't seen one of those yet.
There it goes. It's, let me show you. It's really cool, man.
Oh, I see. Yeah. There it is, right there.
That's that dude.
Awesome.
I guess I say my name in Japanese.
Yeah. How about that?
That's
Oh,
dope.
neat. That is dope. That is really great.
Thank you so much. Arigatou gozaima. Is this you, big brother?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Thank you. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. 気をつけて。
Arigatou gozaimasu.